Hello everyone, this is your math buddy and your math teacher Swapnil again. So 10.8 is what we are covering today, binomial theorem. We have already done this before, so I'll be revisiting these concepts again. Binomial theorem, so let me give you a scenario first. Why do we use binomial theorem? So the use of binomial theorem is basically, you can say it is done to predict a lot of things. Like the economy of the country, for example, can be done in the architectural field, to estimate the cost of the project, to build a highway, to build a flyover, how much will be the cost as well as the time with respect to that. Is also done in IP configuring. So when you give virtual IP addresses in computer for internet, it's used. So it's used in multiple ways in different formats. Well, for now, let's focus on the question. So I'll give you a scenario and then I will explain the whole expansion. Then we'll go for two examples, which I've already taken below. So first of all, the situation is that there is a tree planting company. So when they plant a tree, the chance of survival, which is S, is let's say 90%. And the chance of not survival, let's say in this case, death, is D, which is 10% obviously, because the total should be always 100. That's the condition of the binomial theorem. Now, once we see this, we can see that there are only two cases. It's binomial theorem. So let's try to expand this. So first of all, 90% when you divide it by 100, it can be written as 0.9. And 10% when divided by 100, it can be written as 0.1. Now, as per the binomial expansion, which we have already done, let's say S plus D, and someone asked to plant 5 trees. So I'll write the condition here. So if you plant 5 trees, what are the chances, for example, that 3 trees will survive? So we'll see how to solve this question. Let's first focus on the expansion. So the binomial rule says, first of all, maybe you can write C. You see the power. So this thing is n. So n is, in this case, is 5. So you can write C 6 times. Always write it 1 more times. So like 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, and 5. In front of C, you can write S and you can write D. S, D. So same for all, S, D. Now, always when you start with 0. That's the first case. Then you start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then S, here you will start with 5 minus 0. And D will be straight away 0. So you see, this 0 straight away becomes the power of the second thing. Same, this 1 will come here. This 2 will come there. 3, 4, 5. So, however, you can simply, without writing this, you can simply solve it. If this is 1, this has to be 4 because the total must be 5. If this is 2, this has to be 3. 3, 2, 4, 1, 5, 0. So once we have all these numbers, we have the value of S, we have the value of D. All we have to do is just solve it. I'll just show you the first one. So to find the overall probability, you have to add all of them. But right now we will not do it. I will just show you one case. For example, this case. On calculator, it will look like this. Don't forget to put a bracket, because if you will not put a bracket, it will give you a syntax error. I will show you how to put this C on calculator. S is 0.9 from the question to the power 5, and D is 0.1 to the power 0. Now, when you're writing this on calculator, this thing, you will have to write 5. You see NCR over there, so you have to go shift divide, which is taxing, 0, bracket, and then put another bracket, 0.9 bracket to the power 5, another bracket, 0.1 to the power 0. When you solve it, you will get the answer, which is, for example, 0.59049. So 0.59049. If you want to write the answer in terms of percentage, you can simply multiply this by 100, and the answer will be that there are 59.05% chances that 5 trees will survive. All of them will survive. So there are 59.05% chances. So let me write it down so that chances that 5 trees will survive. Now, on the same lines, there are a couple of questions given based on the same concept, same question which we have taken here, but you will not write this whole thing again and again in the real time because you don't have so much of time. So how to solve those questions? Let's have a look. So we are still dealing with the same thing. S is 0.9, D is 0.1. 5 mahogany trees are planted, so N is 5. What is the probability that at least 2 trees die? When they say at least, that means they want me to find the probability of 2 deaths. They want me to find the probability of more than 2, which is 3 deaths. They want me to find the probability of 4, and they want me to find the probability of 5. So one way is I find all these together and then add them. I think in this case, the easier way is 1 minus the opposite. The opposite is the cases they are not asking for, which is 0 death and probability of 1 death. So to find this, I'll do it here. So you need 0 death. To find that, you have to go C, S, T, same thing. 0 death means you will put a 0 here. There is always 5 in this case because there are 5 trees. This will be 0 because this number and this number should be same. And S will be 5. Whereas in the second case, when I'm finding 1 death, 1 tree death, so in that case, C, S, T. 5 is always there in this question. You will write now 1 here because it's 1 death and 1 here. And this will be 4 now. So all you have to do is now put in the values and write it in the calculator. So 1 minus 5C0. S is 0.9 to the power 5. D is 0.1 to the power 0 plus 5C1. S is 0.9 to the power 4 times 0.1 to the power 1. When you write this whole thing in the calculator, you will get an answer. Let me just write it down for you. I'll write the first one first. 5C0, 0.9 to the power 5, 0.1. That's already there. So let me just straight away take the answer. 0.59049 plus. Keep the bracket. Don't forget the bracket. That's very important. Let's solve the second one. To solve the second one, you can just go back, edit this, change it to 1. Change this to 4 and change this to 1. As you can see here, now when I do equals ST 0.32805. Now I have to just solve this, so maybe I can just simply add 0.59049 to it. I'll get an answer, 0.91854. Uh, 91854, I'm sorry guys. So now I can just simply do 1 minus 0.91854, which will give me an answer that is 0.08146. On multiplying this with 100, I will get the percentage, which is 8.15%. So these are the chances that at least 2 trees will die. Now I'll show you the next question, same lines. So it will be a bit faster though now. So same thing, S is 0.9, D is 0.1. They want us to plant 10 trees now. So N is 10, and they want 7 to survive. So all you have to do is just quickly jump to it now. C, S, D. C is always 10 total. We need 7 to survive. So write 7 power. This has to be 3 because total should be 10. Now I'll just rewrite it. So 7 here, 3 here. So 3 will come directly here because this number and this number should be same. All you have to do is just put in the values and put this in the calculator. S is 0.9 to the power 7. D is 0.1 to the power 3. Open your calculator. Put 5. Shift divide. Sorry, it's 10. Shift divide 3. Make a bracket. Don't forget the bracket. That's very important. Then you make another bracket, 0.9 to the power 7. Another bracket, 0.1 to the power 3. 0.57395. So I'll just write down the short. 0.0574. When I multiply this with 100, I will get 5.74%. So there are 5.74% chances that the 7 trees out of 10 will survive. And that's how we do questions. It's very simple, just formula based. All you have to remember is this thing. So if I want N is, for example, if N for me is 7 and they want 2 trees to survive. So all I have to do is N7, C, survive, death. I want 2 to survive, so 5 will not survive. So this 5 will come here, and I'll just put in the numbers, and I will solve. So that's as simple as it can get, boys and girls. All the best. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for